In this demonstration, we will showcase IBM's latest web experience management software through a number of scenarios involving the fictional Greenwell Corporation. Greenwell is a large multinational healthcare manufacturing company that produces a range of health monitoring devices. To expand this product set and leapfrog their competition, Greenwell just completed the acquisition of Renovations Corporation, another cutting-edge healthcare manufacturing company. We pick up our scene on the morning of the announcement with Heather Reeds, who is part of the communications team. Heather is in charge of ensuring that this acquisition announcement gets published and disseminated across all of Greenwell's strategic online channels. The most important channel is the website, where Heather wants to publish out a new press release. She also wants to add a new tab chock full of information about the acquisition. Heather already has a project in process with most of her desired changes. As she launches the project, she can see her current modifications in context on the site, including the new page and the new press release. Since she is working in a project, these updates are not visible on the live site. Only Heather and the other members of her team can see them. From this new dynamic toolbar, Heather can view and then update the in-process press release. She just needs to make a few tweaks before publishing. First, Heather decides that she wants to add a link to the official press release document, which is stored in a SharePoint library. New in version 8 is out-of-the-box integration to content in ECM and CMIS compliant repositories, such as IBM FileNet, Microsoft SharePoint, and IBM Connections. As a result, Heather is able to easily navigate through her remote SharePoint system right from her content authoring interface to pick the correct approved document. Next, Heather wants to display a video of the phenomenally positive reaction at that morning's press briefing. Integration with digital asset management systems makes it easy for Heather to locate the video and preview it. Looks like the press is so excited they are practically falling out of their chairs. Finally, with the social media publishing capability, Heather can either manually or automatically push out her press release to various channels, including the company's external blog and their Twitter and Facebook pages. In this case, once we publish our project, the announcements will go out to all of these social media channels. Heather now just needs to save this and close it out. She can now preview the press release in context to make sure everything looks okay. She sees that the movie runs, and she is able to launch the PDF version of the press release from the SharePoint repository. With everything looking perfect, it is time for Heather to push her updates out to the live site. One of the most powerful features of the new project management capability in V8 is that the system automatically tracks users' changes, ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks. In addition, business users like Heather can easily move approved changes into production without requiring IT to run scripts or find the right window to promote the changes. Of course, this new feature includes the ability to syndicate not just web content, but the portal pages and configurations as well. This seamless integration of portal and web content management is unmatched in the market today. We are now viewing our published site. It took Heather just a few clicks to get her announcement published out to the market, and this includes all of her social media channels like Twitter and Facebook. In addition, the live site now includes the brand new page dedicated to renovations. If Heather wants to, she can also go and double check that her message has been syndicated out to the various social channels. Here it is on Facebook, where she decides to get the ball rolling with a quick like of her own. Checking out Greenwell's Twitter feed, she can see a new tweet has been posted related to the renovations acquisition announcement. Heather now just needs to wait for the social web's response to this announcement. While doing so, she uses the new Analytic Overlays feature in version 8 to get some real-time insight into her website metrics. It looks like the market has already heard some of the buzz about this acquisition, as evidenced by the uptick in page views and sessions. With tools like this, Heather can quickly get the insights she needs to meet her business goals, all right in context. Meanwhile, Eric Rowe, a regional sales manager at Greenwell, has just arrived at work and has started his morning ritual. The ritual begins with a cup of coffee and him catching up with the latest happenings via the Greenwell intranet. Greenwell's intranet was built with the brand new IBM Intranet Experience Suite. This powerful platform makes it possible to create engaging experiences that bring together back-end applications with up-to-date web content, as well as rich social features like documents and profiles. And of course, all of this is personalized to Eric's role and responsibilities. On the landing page, Eric can get a quick view of his schedule and what is going on with colleagues in his social network. He sees lots of entries in his activity stream about the just announced acquisition of Renovations. For example, he sees that a community has been created linking to all sorts of experts and details about the acquisition. He also sees that a new video has just been published about the announcement. Right from the activity stream, he can watch the video and see the amazing reactions of the press during the pre-briefing. Eric is pretty excited about this announcement. Renovations has a great reputation in the industry and a lineup of products which fill a need many of his customers have been asking about. He decides to do some investigating to figure out how he can best leverage this opportunity to exceed his region's revenue targets. Eric navigates to his dashboard to determine which customers to target first with the new line of products. This dashboard pulls in information from a wide variety of sources, including his CRM system, connections, and a number of internet sources. Front and center, he sees a list of the current active deals in his region, organized by the reps that he manages. Eric quickly filters the list to show just the largest deals. He is going to want to set up personal meetings with these customers to see if adding Renovations products can give him an edge over the competition and potentially increase the overall deal sizes. To prepare for these visits, Eric needs to get additional insight into the customers' backgrounds to target and tailor his pitches as much as possible. As he clicks on a customer name, the dashboard refreshes to show a rich set of information, including the top documents and the top sales experts for the selected customer. These experts are determined by their connections profile, including how each person is tagged by their peers. He also sees information that the customer has pushed out to the social web, including recent YouTube videos and tweets. He can even see a map of where the customers are located to help him plan the most efficient travel schedule. Before Eric had access to this new dashboard, he had to navigate through a number of different databases and websites to get up to date on each customer. Frankly, this took too much time, and Eric often felt unprepared for many meetings. Today, he is much better prepared, and his pipeline and close rate reflects this. Now that he has put together a game plan, there is one more task Eric needs to accomplish before he sets out on his travels. He wants to make sure that the reps in his region get up to speed on the acquisition as soon as possible. Eric believes the best way to accomplish this is to put the right information directly in front of his sales reps on a site they use every day, which is this Sales Hub. Since Eric owns the Sales Hub page for his region, he can go in and edit the page himself. He clicks on the Sales Tip of the Week portlet to edit the text, letting folks know they need to start learning about and selling the Renovations products. From his activity stream, Eric recalls that a new community dedicated to Renovations has already been created. He decides to update this page with some of the content from the new community, including the recent forum posts and the top bookmarks. First, he edits the page properties and associates it with the Get to Know Renovations community. Then, he finds the appropriate portlets and drops them on the page. And finally, rearranges things to make everything look a bit nicer. And that's it. Within a few minutes, he has updated this page with the information his team needs to start learning and selling Renovations products. Best of all of this information is available to reps not only on their desktop, but on their mobile devices as well. Creating exceptional experiences across all devices is a huge strategic focus of IBM and our exceptional web experience platform. Our goal is to make it as seamless as possible to create an experience once and have it adapt to the capabilities of whatever device the user brings to the table. When Eric hits the Sales Hub page with his iPad in portrait orientation, this responsive site shows all the same information, but arranged in a single column rather than the 3 that he sees on his desktop. As he rotates to landscape orientation, the page layout automatically adjusts to take advantage of the additional horizontal real estate. He sees the same responsive capabilities on his mobile phone. Again, this is the same exact site, containing the same content and the recent changes he just made, but the theme dynamically adjusts to display the navigation in the most readable manner. No scrolling or pinching required. Okay, Eric is off to the airport. Let's catch up with Heather again and see what she is working on now. We saw earlier how Heather has access to rich, in-context web analytics about the site, which helps her better understand her customers and what is resonating with them. In addition, Heather has the ability to gather more qualitative feedback from her customers through dynamic and intuitive web forms. Here is an example of a very effective customer survey that Heather recently created herself using the brand new Forms Experience Builder, which is part of IBM's Customer and Intranet Experience suites. With this new tool, business users like Heather can create surveys or other forms with rich, dynamic behaviors that make it easy for customers to successfully complete. Heather decides to extend this survey to solicit direct feedback from her customers about the acquisition, allowing her to gain insights into what more she could be doing around customer communication and education. Modifying this survey is simple. This point-and-click user interface eliminates the need for Heather to write code. In addition, all of these pre-built components dramatically speed form creation. Want to add a new question to the existing survey? No problem. Simply select the right component and drop it on the page. All Heather needs to do now is type in her question and that she expects an answer of yes or no. She can also add a new question into the rating section here. Again, she just needs to type in the new question, and that's it. The Forms Experience Builder goes way beyond just simple form entry. For example, what if Heather wanted to show or hide a question depending upon what her customers select? Again, this is easy. Let's say we hide the question about renovations product quality if the customer has not yet heard about the acquisition. All we need to do now is save our changes and deploy the updated form. This takes a few seconds, but it's much faster than business as usual, which would likely involve Heather trying to contact her peer in IT to negotiate when she can get these changes made and deployed. Forms Experience Builder gives organizations a tremendous amount of agility, empowering the person with the business requirements to make the needed application changes. Within just a few minutes, Heather has her updated survey redeployed and customers can start filling it out. Note the 2 new questions and the dynamic behaviors work as expected. Really powerful stuff. Heather can now use the information collected here to build out richer profiles on each of her customers. For example, if the customer selects that their primary motivation for buying a device is fitness training, Heather can use that information to drive a much more personalized experience. As the user submits the survey, they are brought to a general contact information page. But notice the promo on the right-hand side of the page. This is a targeted promotion that recommends an appropriate community to the user based on their specified motivation, which in this case is fitness. With all the great new capabilities in version 8, many enhancements in WCM and a line of business website management, out-of-the-box analytic overlays, the Intranet Experience Suite, community pages, Forms Experience Builder, mobile enhancements, and much, much more, Heather and Eric were able to improve their productivity, ultimately leading to a better experience for Greenwell's customers.